Very true. I think that this will be a real interesting tell. CT side, though, start for sAw. I think that's one of the big things for me. Monte couldn't really crack it. You do have to bear in mind that they won the pistol out, so when it came to the rifle rounds, they couldn't quite beat them. In that sense, it is a very different map. I think that
okay.
The T side.
That is really interesting because inherently you would say at a disadvantage, and now most definitely at a disadvantage. So far, it's 2 for 2 for pistols for Monte, and it could be 3 for 3 the way they've started.
Very possible. Story was alive for just a second there, of course. You know, maybe keeping the hopes up. It's all going to be on to Roman, though, and he's actually not got any armor, so that makes his life very difficult. He does have the bomb. He does have a smoke. So there's a few options available to him in terms of what he can do, and Ryu has dropped back. The new boys on the block, though. Ryu and Gizmi here. A little separated right now. Just trying to gather some information, make sure that he is not backing off Roman. Clearing his angles, looking for the fight. Ooh, spotted Ryu. Not going to give him that one, though, is he? Bomb plant coming in. Relatively open. Bit unorthodox to deal with on that retake, on that defend the bomb situation. But there's only really a couple spots that he could be in. Inside the smoke, maybe crept in towards door and towards heaven. But ultimately, where else is he going to be rather than Ivy? You know what I mean? Tap onto the bomb. Doesn't go in for the peek. Ooh, he's playing pretty brave here, but as soon as he peeks round, 2 on him, and deleted he is.
Okay, so, you know, we'll take a bomb plant. We're not going to say no to a bomb plant. That does mean at least a buy for sAw, but to start, War comes down as well to Kras now. Julie's getting active, getting up in the face, nice and personal, and it works well. Monte, 3 for 3 on pistols. That, for me, is pretty damning. Sort of looked, it goes without saying, you know, a little uncomfortable on these pistols. They're taking fights so early, which I don't hate, but it's just about they're not converting them. That's what's letting them down quite considerably. So, at least for Monte, this CT side start, they get the benefit of the better side start, and could make it work. There is a buy, but Roman's already low. He might swap that AK out. Give it to somebody like ewjerkz or Aristosh even, who've got armor.
Demka creeping around the smoke. Be careful, but he has actually managed to spot them out there. A little bit weird how he got away with that, to be honest. Krasnal falls behind him, but he and Warrow still looking to hold the top end of ramp here, and pretty good while doing so. Molly comes round, clean fight from ewjerkz. Unfortunately, Warrow had fully bailed on the angle, so unable to trade that one.
What is the play here? 3v3. Damage is so, you know, low towards Roman and ewjerkz. Yes, they have rifles, but we're going to bomb down. Now, there's a world to work with. Another smoke as well. Or give them time on the post plant.
Away here. Roman in. Ooh, with the knife, but he's been discovered. Gizmi too smart for all that. Tap onto the bomb. ewjerkz with a little bit of a look, trying to take him down. Gizmi does actually fall. It's a Rozdosh. Now alone. Tech 9 and nothing else. Tap onto it. Playing the mind games. Not a lot of time for Warrow, and very well played from a Rozdosh to just fully bait him out. Can't find him, and probably will go down to the bomb here.
Yeah.
Even in the corner. Oh, there he's gone. All the way down to leave a nasty surprise for the civilians down below, but all the same, 1-1.
51 floors. Goes without saying, by that point at the bottom, pretty unrecognizable. But what we do recognize is sAw finding the round. Good response. And with how the start these games always are, it's going to be, you know, kind of forced by wars back and forth. Monte were forced by themselves. They've got the M4 saved, the FAMAS alongside it, and then a few pistols. Saw an opportunity, actually, to make this T-side stick. Saw traditionally quite slow on these T-sides. So Gonna look for information. They are smoked out in towards ramp and towards stairs as well. Nobody sitting in towards wood means that at the very least they could get a bit of space here up towards stairs. They can start to maneuver around that smoke when it starts to fade in about 10 seconds or so.
Yeah, it looks to be the move. Making some noise, though. Still not fully giving themselves away. Contacting in, 55 seconds. Nobody around watching them at this current moment. But as the utility comes in, sure, there will be some presence from Monte on the way. However, can they really do much about it? It doesn't look too likely. Nice little variation on the smokes here as well. Just give them a bit more room to work with on that sAw side of things. A lot of damage coming in. No kills. Yeah, I think with how locked out they are, Monte will just grab what they have and take it into the next. Makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's probably the way to go about it. I think if everyone stays alive, this is called a unicorn round. Guess he's barely alive. He might actually die to the bomb. He's still actually relatively close to it. Warrior will stick around for exits. Won't be given that luxury. And that is going to be sAw making it a second. Monte, of course, going to get another crack at it with the buy that they've got. And everyone does stay alive. Unicorn round there, which sAw will, I guess, quite gladly take as well. No fight to the tail end, so they're pretty happy. 2-1. Monte, another attempt at this buy that didn't really do or find all too much into round number 3. Monte onto back though. Again, they can start to work with it themselves and keep sAw at bay at the very least on this T side. Smoking a flash combo. Nothing worked at the back of it. Boost here as well. Triple boost and Warro spots nothing. They left B open, hoping that basically that sAw would overextend, but sAw, again, like we said, you know, they're very slow in the early to mid round. Don't do all too much.
Dosh charging forwards with all this utility is a lot of mess. Gizmi, though, able to stay cool. Lead it eventually, but he's created a bit of space. Warrior runs out of ammo. Again, still more chaos coming in. Story gets another. Crass now closing the gap. Just going to be down to Demka. However, 2 headshots out of nowhere. Definitely is doable for him. A couple of smokes come round, and they deal with his position. That's unfortunate.
Bomb goes down. And of course, for Demka, I don't know, this is not exactly easy. Especially now that he's been re-smoked as well. Over on right side, Gen. We'll stick around for a fight, though. And of course, there's money to work with to reinvest in next round. ewjerkz gets the kill. That's sAw finding very important third. Keeping things in their favor. Alrighty. Conversations to be had. Of course, Monte back now into a true buy. And we're just wielding whatever was saved from the round prior, which was pretty limited. You know, primarily upgraded pistols. What have they got? Story in towards the AWP. Over by ewjerkz. He's at AWPing is notoriously very difficult on this map. One of the hardest. We'll see.
Oh, that's pretty chunky. Krasnal taking a lot of early damage. They're trying to create some space here. It looks over towards middle, in fact. Not really going to get the opportunity to do very much. sAw are once again on this repeat move towards A. They have been enjoying.
Roman, up close. Just inside of that minute mark. Looking for an early fight here. It's with the util. Roman, I just try peek. Flash comes over, avoids it. Nobody's swung just yet, but this is a risky one. They start pushing towards the side without the util, but Story gets one. Warrior did spot him on the cross, but it doesn't save anybody.
Ooh, nice find from Demke. And that has really denied the space here from sAw. The smoke's going to start to go down. Bomb on the way. They should be able to get the plant out. The Molotov's going to do so much damage. If not, take ewjerkz down. It does indeed. Had to commit to it, though. Those smokes were going down. You know, really, really awkward kind of moment because that bomb was lagging behind. Muterius spamming away, finds a head, though. Oh, it's ridiculous stuff. At times, Muterius left a little bit low. Warro waiting for this smoke to go down, or looking for a gap. Story is indeed watching him tap onto the bomb from Gizmy. Down goes Story. Knife is out. Gets him off the bomb at the very least. Somehow surviving. Muterius is in the action here as well. Defuse happening. Reload being pulled off. He finds one. It's the wrong one, though. Can he get the second? Yes, he can. Oh, my goodness. Muterius with the denial of the century. Takes a leap of faith as the round ends, but sAw will steal a ridiculous fourth.
Yeah, well played. Well played. Knew the post plant, had the lineup as well. And sometimes what you see in those situations where they find that first kill inside the smoke and they think that's the guy defusing. So I'm glad he does check with the pistol, runs out of ammo in the AK, so keeps that spam going. Sees Gizmy off sAw 4-1. We did question this T-side start, but it is looking pretty emphatic. The early part of this game. Couple of upgrades. Util for the most part across the board, bar Ryu. Surely the expectation, though, is sAw finding this cleanly. A 5-1 start, if that is to be the case, would be huge.
Yeah, it would indeed. sAw a little apprehensive in this round. Definitely not giving the game away too early. It seems to be quite a common trend from them, actually. You know, starving information away from Monte, and Monte a little nervy. They were digging for that info. In towards B for this round for sAw. Again, rolling through the utility very similar to last time. However, the smokes will be a bit later. So a couple of adjustments to what they've done a few rounds ago.
Stosh sticking around. That smoke starts to fade. Fight doesn't need to peek into a CT either. Gizmy's heard. He's running away. Gizmy might actually catch him in rotation if he wants. Crasso gets one. Gizmy, the shadow spotted. Now he knows he's fallen away. That'll be the round. sAw fifth put on the board for them. Just got to make sure it's not too expensive on the tail end now as well. Realistically, Monte don't really have anything to lose bar that one saved AK. Everything else is all on the shoulders of sAw. So it is going to be a fifth for him in live. Yeah, I'm good, man. Pretty solid so far. Monte trying to play as a pack and trying to play off the back of these trades, but they're losing a lot of map control. And yeah, I mean, sorry, using it against them super, super well. We obviously have pretty early attack pause wielded here by Monte. Good opportunity as well for Toast to come into the conversation. TB, and of course for him to just see what he can do to level things out a little bit, help them out. I want to assume it's now turned into, yeah, I'm going to assume that it might have turned now into a tech pause. It looks like we've lost one, so we'll come back to us briefly. But a good start for sAw. Right now, I mean, a 4-round buffer zone, a 5-1 start. This is everything we want out of this T-side. And as well, we did look at kind of the, you know, we said that T-side start is a risk, and one that seems to be paying off for them. A lot of early usual damage done there. ewjerkz and Story get tagged up. Molotov, you stop a swing. Far so good. It does show Naberwell there. He's the coach of sAw, so he isn't dead. Don't worry. Say, of course, and then BT, like we said, the two coaches who in that attack pause can enter the conversation. We'll get the HUD fixed in just a second, though. Don't worry. This round, though, important for Monte with a big buy.
Waro, decent find from him. Demka didn't quite commit around the corner, though, just holding for a few more that unfortunately never came. So smokes will be traded out. Either way, moving back towards B in this 4 versus 4. Gizmi will catch the backside of one. Has to do his best to stay alive here. Flash is coming round, and he does find a kill off the back of it. Looking very, very good here for Monte, and a solid advantage. Here is also alone, so with this bomb going down, that will concede control to the CT side. Monte, as you said, with a big round, and they will secure it.
Yeah, that's it. Story. Staying alive is basically all he can hope to do. So Monte gonna find a second. Good response as well. Really needed for them. We'll come back to the cams real quick as we get that HUD just refreshed and updated, fixed, and all of the rest. But a good response, I think, for Monte. Looking a little, you know, it was looking like not the greatest of starts, I think it goes without saying. So good to see them now have a little response, and quite strongly as well. I don't really give sAw any space to work with. So, can Monte find consistency? As their buys start to add a little form. Find this one as well for Monte. And they'll break that back of sAw, and that'll give them a lot of room to work with.
A lot of room in DD. Gives me this time much more isolated on the B-bomb site, so does have to stay alive over here. Being a nuisance, drawing attention towards this B-bomb site doesn't seem like that will be the port of call. It's instead an A move. Waro, oh, spam is close, but quite going to hit him, so he might get away with something here.
Carnage of the smokes. It's crashing all trades on towards Roman. 4v3. That's out of the minute mark. And Gizmi, timing picked to perfection. Maybe Story and Aristosh all alone. Not a lot of money left in the back pockets. But an overextension by Demka and Krasnal will give them room. But do they expect Ryu? The answer's no. The Molly might do it.
Not quite, but the nade will. Down he goes. Monte have indeed found another round. Consistency is really important for this team, so good to see them nailing a few. Pressure is still on, as you mentioned. Economically speaking, it's a bad position for sAw after losing that one, so curious to see now whether they will be able to get this moving, or if they have to concede yet another. Monte will bring the game into disrepute, so this is looking pretty stressful.
Yeah, it is. It's sort of not what they would have expected in the early part. Off the back of that strong start, I think they thought they could, kind of in their eyes, hopefully just keep rolling with it. Not to be. Pistols. Not really expecting all too much. A bomb plant would be nice, but I don't know if they're going to be given the luxury. They're fighting through ramp. Might try and overwhelm here, but even that's a big ask.
Yeah, indeed. Not going to happen for them. So flawless round coming in. Krasnal and Demka to take all the kills between the two of them. But we weren't expecting too much out of that round. Anyway, sAw still liking the look here. 5 rounds is decent. If they can get a bit further than this, I think they'll be really happy. And I feel like there maybe is a bit of a strategy behind picking the T side first. Get it out of the way. Yeah. See how many rounds you've got. And then move on to that more confident CTN.
sAw the buy back out. Monte breathing down the neck. You have to be careful now. Monte starts to snowball a little bit on the CT side. It could be good enough. Deep lurk smoke. comes through. ewjerkz gets a kill, but he's so lucky to still be alive.
Rosdosh on the entry move in here. This is looking a little dangerous. Behind the gen, Ryu just trying to buy some time. Flash has come in. Nobody quite presenting. ewjerkz remains low, but it's yet to be finished off. Bomb is not planted just yet. It's only one of the things going for the CT side is that they can position themselves pretty well before that bomb goes down. Lacking utility a lot. What? HE's available was even round the corner, dog. That's insane. And I think with that frag, like, what are you going to do, to be honest? They try and make their way in. Ryu, the only one left, and down he will go. That is insane for Roman.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Was he even on his screen?
I think a little bit, like his
hand,
you know, left eye.
Ridiculous one there.
Yeah, just mental.
6-4 scoreline. We have something on our hands. So at least guarantee, at the bare minimum, a tied game at the turn of the half, which by, you know, the T side, no complaints at all. Any more would be good. The smoke will come down. Roman going to find one towards Krasno, and already another opening kill going the way of sAw. I mean, now Monte looking a little shaky. Double 80 could be huge on towards Tetris. Demka gets out of the way just in time.
Yeah, he's good for now. They're on the way, though, and again, they have a really good look here. Oh, yikes. That's pretty awkward. In a lot of ways, to be fair, it opens up the smoke, and yeah, Demka heard where that bomb was getting tapped. He's done a lot of damage. He's close on these spams, man, but not quite able to nail it in. There it is. Eventually finds it. Didn't look like he was really anywhere near ewjerkz, but I suppose not controlling his recoil all that much. And the bomb plant has been denied. Nice deep retake smoke from Monte. Splits them up. Forces fights out here from sAw. It's going to be a tap onto the bomb. They go in wide, but Rosdosh ready for one. Roman, meanwhile, at the back. Oh, he's maybe going to have to do all the work. We'll see. Mutir is still alive. Waro on the orb, coming in from a flank. Certainly not ideal. Mutir is just going to hide away now and wait for the time to come to him. It's an off angle, and Roman makes it work. Spots out the second player. Try and play for the 2-on-1, and they will. 7 rounds up for sAw.
Yeah, I mean, these, like, tail end of the rounds that we're seeing here from sAw have actually been really good. This is seriously nice work coming out from them. They've guaranteed that lead again. They did that in the first map. This one just feels a little bit more dominant. And there is some sort of a vibe to work with here for Monte, but it's not exactly nice. Triple MP9, M4 and a FAMAS. Not at least the kind of the beautiful 4-buy that they would hope. Stacking out through B, a third playing through mid. So only 2 towards this ramp position. Double MP9s or Krasno on Demka want to try and stick up close.
In is good for one. Ooh, not ready for the second, but Roman gives his position away a little prematurely. Not quite sure how to work around it. Will take him out. Oh, but it's the follow-up. Meanwhile, over on B, they found all the frags. Only just, mind you. Everybody low. Demka, it's so unlucky. If it was down to, you know, 2 or 1, I'd kind of give him it, but with there still being 3, they should be able to play around it. We'll see. We'll see. That MP9, it can be hard to pin down.
True. Very, very true. I mean, damn. That MP9 really does have a chance to make this round work. Demka's had his moments in the clutch. Yeah, unfortunately, just has the wrong idea here. They're popping out towards B. And there is a kind of a mid-rotate being held. If the bomb goes down, the only place Demka can come from is stairs. This is the real issue. See Materis here. He's holding in towards mid. So he knows that nobody can come from mid or CT rotating that direction. So Demka should be known.
I don't know that he's necessarily going in for it, right? Ooh, top of the head. Top of the head. Hello. Okay, not going to see it, and ewjerkz will take him out. 8-4 at the turn of the half. Really great run there from sAw. Monte, again, battling for survival in the second. We'll see you after the break. We are in with the second half here. sAw looking very good once again, moving on to the CT side, which proved pretty insurmountable on Nuke. Monte have been great on the pistols, yet to drop one. Is this going to be the first time? Gizmy says no. First head has rolled. Oh, but there's a couple traded back. Smoke's coming in. A little too late. The CT's still fighting. Krasnal and Demka to do it all. Just Mr. Demka. And that may well be all she wrote for this. We'll see. Demka, they're not quite sure of where he's at the very least, but I don't know. His days, they feel numbered.
Yeah, they do. They don't exactly feel like he's going to be given too much of a chance. But I say that. Big rotate. It's actually a foot race towards B, but Demka should win it out. They should. Zarastash is there with the Julies. Winning that pistol feels like now maybe kind of the beginning of the end. 9-4. Monte, no bomb plant. Only a couple of kills. So they can't really do any serious investments in towards this one. sAw should be able to lock in double digits. And then we're kind of left questioning, what is the play? Monte got a force buy, though. High risk, high reward. This could be a little rough. Lose this, and you know, it could spell the beginning of the end. Demka trying to get towards the fight, but it's Roman for the first, and Nate could be good too.
It's relatively decent. Might make his life a bit easier trying to mow them down with the MP9. ewjerkz on the cover, however. Curious. Meanwhile, mid finds one. Roman keeps on going. Showing age is no factor. Warrow left alone. Can't even find it at range. Roman showing he can also do it on multiple guns. So a lovely round there for him to make some cashola.
All right. We take it. We take it every day of the week. It really actually has been a very, very solid showing compared to at times what felt like a, you know, a bit of an uncomfortable one. Not a nuke. There was moments where we were at least entertaining the conversation and Monte taking it because of how back and forth and how close some of these rounds were. But yeah, not to be. Monte again for another force. Feels like mentally checking out with these sort of back-to-back forces. He trying to be lined up. Will come over. Bit of damage. Another nade comes through for Roman. And a secondary will come through this time. Even more damage.
Roman on the jump spot. Ooh, ewjerkz gonna lose his head. However, that's a pretty nasty frag. They have to drop back and give the ramp control. Just be careful here. FAMAS now retrieved as well. Get a bit messy. They do have rotations round from sAw, but it would be a real silly round to be dropping here. Smoke comes in, spam from both sides. It's Story that finds success. Gets up top for a double kill. Oh, the ace on the card for Story. Gonna get it. Yes, he does. Absolutely ridiculous hold.
Lockdown there towards 8. And yeah, Monte just feels like they just don't have a response anymore. sAw on 11. Monte back-to-back forces, and it didn't go all that well. I think now they do have to go for a little bit of a lesser buy as they play for OT. They are going to call for a timeout. I don't really know if Monte have anything left in the locker. I feel like they've tried everything. It's not worked. Nothing has been sort of, I guess, what they would have hoped coming in towards this map. And now they find themselves in a really, really awkward situation where they're basically playing towards OT. They've got two decisions. Either force buy here and hope that something works, which they are going to hero Galil on 2. It looks like they might even just commit. So that might be the third force buy in a row out of Monte. Again, you know, it kind of feels like when you start doing, you know, things like this, that you are just kind of sort of mentally checking out in my eyes. We will see whether this one will stick. They have at least squeezed together some level of a buy with a quad Galil. Poor Gizmi's left on just a deagle. What can he do? We shall see. Crossing going to play up close. Will he expect the double swing? No, not at all. Not even slightly. And Warrow was hurt there.
Yeah. They don't seem super convinced. So at least they've got that going for them on the Monte side of things. Looking desperately to find a way in, but they're being read. Again, beautiful nade. Ewjerkz trying to get round with a peek. Confirms their position. So 5 on 4. Couple players on half HP. A lot of info to work with. It's just solid.
Roman. Pretty close. Molly dropped. Aptly timed as well. Aptly timed. It starts to spell at the beginning of the end. I really feel like Monte are running out of ideas. They do have at least a bit of util to work with, though.
Nice nade onto ewjerkz. Oh, but the return nade is even better. Story holding the crack angle here too. Yeah, Monte are just severely out of ideas. Look, man, if it wasn't 11, you probably would just save here, but I think they have to try and desperately throw themselves into the mixer here. So much damage done. Another kill comes round, 25 seconds, and the argument for going for it gets weaker and weaker as the round goes on. Ryu next to fall. They're still sticking to their guns. Slowly encroaching forwards. Demka, oh, for 2. Warrow thought the angle was clear, man. is just going to be Demka to try and find them all in 10 seconds. Round is over. No way they mess this one up. 12-4.
What a showing. What a showing from sAw. They've made this one look easy. And yeah, I mean, for Monte, at least they have AKs to work with here, but it's never been a nice showing. Nothing has been gained from them. They've never been able to spiral any sort of momentum in their favor, like they did at times on Nuke. Credit to sAw, they had the right idea. Picked in towards the T side to start. Started really well. And have gone now flawless in towards the CT side. Just that insult to injury. Got a quad AK set up, one Galil for Gizmi. And they've got a couple of hopes and prayers to try and stay alive here. Krasnell has to double away from the flame, so at the very least, there's information being gained.
Oh, goes in for a cheeky little look and loses his head. That's deadly. Krasnell going to get boosted up here as well. Slow encroachment forwards on B could be massive. Mutiris gets a flash, takes a peek. Nobody spotted, so Krasnell definitely has snuck under the radar here.
Oh, Mutiris, though, does his research and finds him. Time ticking, 4v4, 45 seconds. They're going back towards the direction of A. Looking to try and lock thing on the swing. Roaming gets a freebie, no trade. Demko will fall as well, and I think this is starting to look like the end.
Yeah, not looking too good here. They're very ready for the A hit to come around. Bomb plant going to be attempted. It is faked out, trying to give it their best go. Gives me in for 2, tries for the 3rd, but it is too much to ask. Really solid win coming in from sAw, as we did indeed expect of that one. Monte still struggling with their, I guess, positioning really as a team at the end of the day, you know, in terms of what to make of the team, not like in-server positioning. So yeah, really, really tough for them to deal with a game like this. But at the end of the day, sAw are one of our favorites, I'd say, for this season of ECL.